Welcome to Relocating to Disney. Today I'm going to be talking to you about mortgages, home insurance, and escrows. And I'm going to tell you about a little gotcha that you got to pay attention to if you're buying a house here in Florida. Let's start off talking about what an escrow is. Now, if you've ever owned a house before, you already know what this is, but maybe you don't. So let me explain. When you buy a house, you have a mortgage that you have to pay. And every month you write a check out to the bank to pay that mortgage. You can also, as part of that monthly payment, pay a little bit extra toward your taxes and pay a little bit extra that can go toward your homeowner's insurance. So the way it works is that when the taxes come due, instead of the tax man sending you a huge bill in the middle of the year, several thousands of dollars that you've got to go dig up and find the money for. Instead of that, you can pay for it a little bit every single month, putting it into an account that's ran by the bank. And when the taxes come due, the bank pays those taxes for you. And when you are paying that little bit of extra money every month, that little bit of extra is put into what's called an escrow. And it's an account that earns interest, although nowadays it's not going to earn a heck of a lot of interest, but it's there to pay those kinds of bills. And the same is true for your homeowner's insurance. So instead of, every year a big, multi-$1,000 bill just landing in your mailbox, you've been paying toward your mortgage into the escrow a little bit every single month, so that when that payment comes due for your homeowner's insurance, the bank just pays it for you. It's all taken care of. Now, setting up that escrow is really nice because you get into a consistent monthly house payment, and that house payment will stay roughly about the same amount all the way through the life of the loan. It may increase a little bit if taxes rise or if your home insurance rises, but basically it's something that you can budget for and plan for. And that comes in really nice when you're doing your monthly budgets. A lot of people take advantage of the escrow. When you buy a Florida house, you're probably going to be a little sticker shocked at the cost of the homeowner's insurance. It tends to be a lot higher here in Florida because there's a greater potential for significant damage to your house from storms and other issues. So it's higher here in Florida. And when you buy the house, you typically have to pay for a year's worth of homeowner's insurance up front. Now, you can possibly make an arrangement with your bank and with your escrow so that you don't pay it all up front, but generally you would pay that at closing. You would pay for your first year's homeowner's insurance. Then what you do is in the escrow, you start paying for your second year homeowner's insurance. You put a little bit into this escrow every single month as part of your mortgage payment so that at the end of your first year, there's enough money in that escrow to pay for your second year homeowner's insurance. So you can kind of think about it as the first year that you buy that house, you're paying double the homeowner's insurance. And coming to Florida, homeowner's insurance is high to begin with, and now for the first year, you're going to pay double that amount. Okay, so now let's get into the gotcha. And this actually happened to us, and it's something that you have to pay attention to when you buy your Florida house. When you buy the Florida house, you set up the mortgage, you set up the escrow, and you want to make sure that escrow includes the taxes and the home insurance. So in our case, the escrow was set up to include the taxes, but there was some mess up, some box didn't get checked or something, where the escrow was not collecting money for the insurance. Not sure how that happened. All I know is our monthly payment of the mortgage and escrow was really nice and we were happy, right? Little did we know that it was a really nice payment because it was not collecting for the next year's homeowner's insurance. And then the next year's homeowner's insurance showed up in our mailbox. And we're like, why isn't the escrow just paying for this? And we did some investigation, found out the escrow wasn't collecting the money for it. So, hey, we had the benefit of, for an entire year, we weren't paying into the escrow for this insurance. But now here we are at year 2, and we're in the situation we should have been in year 1, in the situation most people are in year 1, where now we have to pay for the second year's homeowner's insurance and then fix the escrow so we start saving for the third year's homeowner's insurance, like we should have done at the beginning. So in essence, year 2, we're double paying our homeowner's insurance. At least that's what it feels like. We were given 2 options. Option 1, we pay for the homeowner's insurance up front for the second year, and then the escrow would start collecting for the third year. So in essence, our monthly payment is going to go up several $100s. And honestly, that's what we should have done the first year, but we didn't catch it. That was option 1. Option 2 is they offered us the ability to double pay during the second year. So in other words, we're paying monthly for our homeowner's insurance and monthly saving up the escrow for the next year's insurance. And that would have taken our monthly payment and increased it by many hundreds of dollars. You know, that situation is up to individuals on how they want to deal with it. In our case, we decided to go with the option of, paying for it up front and then building up the escrow. The reason we went for that is because it gets us back into the cycle of having a regular home payment that we can budget for, and that we know that roughly that's what the payment's going to be from that point going forward. That is mortgages, escrows, and homeowners insurance, and the gotcha you have to be careful for when you buy your house in Florida. I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching today's video.